Hi everybody. Hi Mom. I have a small share. Sorry, I think I'm getting a cold. Um, I don't really have a real big project in the works right now. I am filling up my Hawaii journal from my trip in May. But, like I said before, I get bored easy, so I need to move on and do something else. So I've been making paper clips, and I just wanted to share some of them. Now, these are, we call them the Irene clips because originally Crafty Irina was the one that designed these. And, they're so much fun to do, and they're great using up scraps, and yeah, they're just a lot of fun. So some of these I did a while ago, but I just wanted to show you the different things you can use to actually make them. And every one of us, I'm sure, has something in our stash that we just don't know what to do with, and we can't throw it out. I know I'm like that. Anyway, I had this lace stuff, and I think I bought this at Joann's. I don't know what my intention was. I think I wanted to do flowers, but it's been sitting in my drawer. So I had started out using the burlap trim, like I showed you guys. I still have quite a bit of it, but I was getting tired of the dust because when you cut it, you do sort of get like thread dust. And that could be why I'm stuffy. Yeah, that could be. So I did the burlap. I really like the look of it. And it's using up, some of my flowers. So I did that one. Then these ones are from, like I said, Joann's. Sorry, I'm finding glue strands everywhere. And I thought, wouldn't it be pretty just to use the scalloped edge of it and make them a bit longer? So I used several things. The eyelash trim, now I bought this at the dollar store. Yeah, I was at Dollar Tree. And I bought white because I thought, well, why don't I just get white, spray it any color that I want? I do have lots of eyelash trim. This is like maybe a 16th of the amount of eyelash trim that I have. But sometimes you just don't have the right color. And that was the case. With blue, I don't have a lot of blue. So I thought, I'm just going to use my Lindy's. And I also used the Tattered Angels. Now this one is Water Slide, which is a really lovely blue, but because I had done the Lindy's first, it was called Buccaneer Bay Blue. It has a lot of bronze in it, so it was harder to get the lighter blue. I had to spray it several times, but I think it turned out okay. I have different shades of blue in this, and I don't know why there's a shadow. What a beautiful sunny day here. Let me move the camera slightly. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys can see that. So that's, I did several of them using different flowers, different centers. These are, that bucket of bling I showed you guys. That's all the little ones that came out of it. So I just, I did an OCD thing yesterday. I dumped the entire bag and sorted. Hearts and ovals and rectangles and squares. Yes, I am that bad. And I individually put them in their little baggies. So yes, that was an OCD moment. But I feel accomplished. Okay, so I did several of these. Like I said, I did different flowers. I found a little bit of more stuff in my little container of stash. And so I did, let's see, I think I did 6 of these ones. So I did 3 going one way and 3 going the other way. And what I mean by that is where the clip slides on. So if you want to put it on the left-hand side of your page or the right-hand side of your page, you have to pay attention to that. Unless, of course, you do what I do and do half one way, half the other. Now, all the paper flowers are stuff I've had, I'm telling you, it's got to be 5 years that I've had these. And I bought them on eBay, not realizing actually how many you get. Then when you get them, you go, what do I do with them? Well, this is what I'm doing with them. I'm using them up because they're flat, so you're not getting that hugely dimensional page, They are fun dimensional, but if you're struggling to close your book, then you might want to think about going, smaller. So I did those. And then I did, I don't know how many of these I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those. And then today I started doing these ones. Now what this is, I had a dream, not a dream, a thought while I was lying in bed. Those don't come often, so you know. I had this fabric. Now where is it? Here it is. And it's not really fabric. Well, I guess technically it is. I bought this. It's a table runner, and I got it at the dollar store. And I had covered my lace book with it, and this was what was left over. So I thought to myself, why could I not use something like this and use this, you know, the edge, because it's kind of a satin, as my base, and use these up as appliques. So I cut out a bunch, and you can see on the other side there is iron-on interfacing, and that's to stop the fraying. This stuff, it's not real satin, so it frays like a son of a gun. But I did pull it, and you know, to get a little bit of a tip. Okay, so I used that. Then I used the applique underneath. I used one of the connectors, which are from Ruth, and the Bling, and I used ovals and squares and hearts, and you know, I'm still working on them. And then some the green eyelash trim, and that's from Diane, who is Scrap and Crazed. She hasn't been on for a long time, you guys, but she does some beautiful little cards and stuff, and it'd be great if you went and checked her out, because she does do these adorable cards. Then I pulled out my Bling. So I will be adding some Bling sequins. I just haven't decided what color yet. Obviously this one I want to go with greens. Ooh, that's pretty. What about that one? I have another one. And then I have lighter. The lighter's kind of pretty. Doesn't really show up all that much, but let's see. Let's see. I usually only add a couple. Yeah, I like the light. That's pretty. I also have this one, which is kind of clear. Oh, I like that one better, I think. And then I have this one, which is really pretty. And it's really light. Oh, but I like that. Let me look at it my way. Yeah, I like the light one. Okay, so I'll pull out a couple of light ones, because I am going to add those. I'll put these back. Yes, C, OCD, yes. Okay, anyway, what I thought I would show you guys is how to put one together. Well, we'll start from scratch, but I just wanted to tell you now, these flowers are the ones that Ruth Burr had sent me. So they look like this. So they're very dimensional, which didn't work for me. I love the flower, I love the color, and I pulled out some pink and the turquoise blue, because all of those colors look really good with brown. And so what you do, I'm going to show you that first. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can really see what I'm doing. I'll move the mess, and we'll start with a pink one. So these are glued into a ball. That's the way they did it. That's how you get that beautiful bud kind of look. You kind of need thumbnail, because you want to pull these apart gently. You're going to break the glue. Go around in a circle, just breaking the glue. Now I'm hoping this one's going to work easily for me, so that I'm not here forever trying to get the bud apart. The other one worked really great, really fast, of course. I've already done it, so can't show you that one. But you just have to sort of dig down with the edge of your thumbnail. I hope you're seeing this. Is that better? I don't know. With the edge of my thumb, I'm just breaking the glue. You can do this for any paper flower that's layered like this. And you pull out the center and you get a less dimensional flower. And if you can manage to salvage the bud, you can reuse the bud. So now you see you want to get right to the bottom. Don't worry about the little bit of, it's going to go a little fuzzy. Don't worry about that. It's not going to be noticeable in, the greater scheme of things here. Okay. So how many layers you pull down is completely up to you. Okay, I'm going to take a look at that. Yes, so I see what they've done. They've folded up some petals as well. Okay. All right. So now you grab pretty firmly the center, the bud, and then you're going to twist. And when you twist it, straighten out your stem here. When you twist it, probably some of the ones you've bent back are going to move. So just grab those two then. Yeah. Give it a twist, like so, and then pull. And it comes out, and sometimes you can salvage it. I can totally salvage that one. Looks good. And then that's what it'll look like, but it's way less dimensional. And then I think I'll use maybe an oval. Although this is a pretty big one, maybe I'll use the heart. I like the hearts. They're adorable. Yes. Okay, then I just take a drop of hot glue. That's a little more than a drop, but getting it in the center is the hard part because my fingers are fat and I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, and then before it gets super dry, I just pull off the little strands. They come off easier if you do that. There, that's better. And then, use your thumbnail if you've got any glue. I'm very picky. Okay, so that's my little flower. So then what I'm going to do is, now these ones that I've been creating, I've gone to that way, to the right. So now I want one that's going to go to the left. So that depends on, which way you thread your fabric or your paper, whatever you're using. So I want mine to go the other way. I don't want my back showing, and I'm going to trim that off because that is going to show a little bit. I'm not a straight cutter, obviously. So I'm just going to take some of that off. All right. And then you decide on how long you'd like your pennant to be. You can, cut it like a fishtail if you want. I do that lots of times. But these ones I actually kind of just want straight. I'm going to pull a little bit of this fabric off. Okay. So then you take your hot glue, you lift this up, run a little bead close to the actual clip, and then because I don't want the back to show, I'm just going to add a little bit more. And it doesn't matter if you can see the bumps of the glue because you're going to cover most of it up anyway. Sorry, I can't work with little bits and pieces hanging on me. Oh, I hate glue guns. Okay, then you decide what you want to layer. Now I know that I'm going to do the green one just because I already have green eyelash trim out. And I need an applique. Now where did I put them all? There they are. Now this applique is quite wide, and all I did was I just kind of trimmed around You can leave it if you want, but it's already pretty wide. And you're going to need to narrow it for your clip up at the top anyway. So I decided I was just going to, you know, randomly cut around it a little bit. Get rid of that. I sure hope I'm staying on camera for you guys. Then you find your right and your wrong. This is the right side. You can tell, you can see more of the stitching. That's the wrong side, okay? And then I thread it through again. So you have to push out that piece at the back. You see me pushing that out? And then slide that behind. Why is it when I'm on camera I'm all fumble fingers? I don't know. Okay, that's where I want it. So now I'm going to hold that down and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just down the center on the applique itself. And then flip it over and I'm just putting it on the thread part, you know, like not on the sheer part of it. And push that down. Okay, so then it looks like that. And then I need a little bit of eyelash trim. This eyelash trim is actually vintage. Diane sent it to me quite a while ago now, probably close to 2 years, I think. I've been on YouTube over 2 years now. I think I've been on YouTube 2 years. I don't remember. Or maybe it's 2 years in May. I don't remember. Anyway, I fold this in half like that. Decide which way, you know, whether you want your flower at the right side or the left side. So if it's going on the page this way, I like to put my flower on the outer side of it. If it's sliding in the other way, I try and put it on that side, when I remember, of course. So what I do is I lay it down to get an eyeball. Now, all of these connectors Ruth had given me, and they're great. All they are is the bits from the crochet, you know, that you take the doily apart, and these are what connect them. Hence, connector. I'm just going to trim off that little, looks like a big nose, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay, and then I'm going to want that connector like that, and this is going to go here. And I think that's it for now, so I'm going to take that back off. And all I do is run just a little bit of glue in the direction that I want my eyelash trim. I hold both ends and then just push. So my fingers are not in the glue. And then you're getting, you know, the eyelash as well. And I do everything the hard way, you guys. You know, the finger protectors are great, and I even have them. I never use them. Then I'm going to put a bit of glue just on the flower part. And I'm going to lay that down there, giving it a push. And then I'm going to put the glue on the back of the flower. Before you do that, you want to make sure that your petals are all stuck together. You know, because once you've broken that, right, you want to make sure that they're not going to fall apart. Okay, so there's that part of it. And then I really like these, but before I put these on, I like to do a sentiment. So I had printed out a whole sheet of different sentiments that some of them were ideas from craftyirina. She had sent me a bunch of beautiful little clips, and they had sentiments on them. So I took some of those, and then I just kind of made up a few of my own. And so I just cut them out like that, and I do ink the edge because I think it makes it stand out, and I don't know, I like the look. Some people don't. And then I'm going to decide where I want that. So maybe there, and then we'll put one there, and we'll put one up here. What you're trying to do is continue with your triangle. The triangle is always more pleasing to the eye in design. So instead of having, like, you know, bits and pieces all over the place, you're not really looking at one thing. With the triangle, it's focusing your eye up to where you want it to, to be. So I'm going to turn this around so I can see that and start gluing it down. And just be really careful. You don't have to use hot glue. You can use Aleene's. Just, takes a while to dry. But you can use glossy accents even, It's up to you. If you're putting it on fabric, you can use Fabri-Tac. I just like the instant gratification I get from the hot glue. And that's it. That's how you make an Irene clip. Or, or not. It's really up to you. I mean, you just have fun with your little bits and pieces. And, all those, like, what I'm trying to do is go through all the things that people have been giving me lately and just try and use it up. I have so much stuff. Buttons look great on here too. If you don't have sequins, the little tiny buttons, they look great. I've done that several times actually. Here's a button on here. Oh no, that's nice and close for you. See the little button? Just little bits and pieces. Again, a connector. This one's a little bit more dimensional, but all the Michael's flowers. These are from the dollar store. Just ribbon flowers and all of those millions of acrylic butterflies that people have, and stuff like that. Anyway, I hope you guys have fun playing, and it really does make a difference to your project, and they're a lot of fun to make, and I could sit here and just do them for quite a while. It's one of the few things that I can sit and do for a while. What I do is I set myself out, okay, I'm going to do 12, and I do 12, get that done, I feel great, and then I can start another project. So that's what I'm doing today. And I'm going to go for a drive with my honey. It's a beautiful sunny day, and we're going to enjoy it. So I hope you guys do too. Have a wonderful day. Bye.